A man walks into a bank in a disguise, fires a submachine gun into the ceiling, and shouts, "The party has just begun." 6 days later, the hostages he held at gunpoint refused to testify against him, raised money for his defense, and hugged him as he was dragged away in handcuffs. Welcome to the robbery that created Stockholm Syndrome. You're listening to Lurking in the Shadows.
Hello, Shadows.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back. Sorry we weren't here last week.
Yeah, that was life caught up to us faster than we caught up to it. So
Yeah. We have vacations. I started a new job, so I'm on a completely different sleep schedule. So yeah,
just a lot
life
going on.
happened. Yeah,
It did. It happened
and as
fast
you
and
can see,
hard. And
if you're watching on YouTube, we're virtual again because we are apart.
life's still happening, guys. Like, it's the summer. It's the busy season, I think, for a lot of people. It's
Yeah.
a busy season for us in different ways. So, yeah, I'm not home.
Yeah.
But I'll be home soon.
Yeah. So hopefully we don't
And then
have any
Kirsten's going away. So
Yeah, and then I go away next week, so.
yeah. So we're just like back and forth trying our best to keep up with all these things. So thanks for hanging in there.
Yeah.
But we hope that those don't happen often at all.
Yeah. It was unexpected. We did not plan to have a break at all. So.
No, we did not. But we're back. Here we are. Just us.
Yep.
Doing us.
Yep.
And today is my case. And it is true crime, but there are no murders in this case.
All right.
So, yeah, it's not necessarily our normal, I guess you could say. But
Yeah, I mean, we haven't covered any hostages that I don't think so.
why do I feel like there was one? But there was murders for that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I know in the first True Crime to Dime, which we re-released for last week's episode, the victim was involved in a hostage situation, but I don't think we actually covered a hostage situation.
Okay. Yeah, maybe not. We can't remember them all, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget. I don't even know how many episodes in we are, but
I don't know. It's crazy. Here we are.
Yeah.
All right. Let me bring this up here. Now, this happened in Sweden, so I am already going to say that I am going to pronounce things wrong. Absolutely. So,
Yep. That is not our specialty.
no. And I did look some of these up, but doesn't mean I remember them. And again, I'll just do my best here. All right. Jan Erik Olsen, who went by Janne, was born April 16th, 1941 in Ekeby, Sweden. While Janne was in prison, he met notorious Swedish criminal Clark Olofsson while in Kalmar prison in the early 1970s. I'm going to go over Clark and his background first because other than just being Janne's cellmate, he does come back into this story later and is like a bigger part almost.
Okay.
Not a bigger. He has way more history than Janne, but.
And Janne's who this case is actually about, right?
Yeah, Janne is the one who commits the Stockholm robbery, and who actually does some time for that crime. But Clark he comes in later. So.
Okay.
So Clark Olofsson was born February 1st, 1947 in Sweden. He will become known as Sweden's most notorious gangster. He was raised in a troubled household in Trollhättan. Again, so sorry. His father was an alcoholic who abandoned the family, and his mother suffered from mental illness. This eventually caused Clark and his two younger sisters to be put into foster care. And like we have found about the justice system, foster care doesn't seem to be any different over there as it is here. He hated it. He hated his foster
I'm not
family, and by
surprised.
the age of 15, yeah, like, I don't know. As we do more overseas cases, we find that we're different, but
Yeah,
not
things
as
aren't so
different as you
different.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so he hated his foster family, and by the age of 15, he forged his foster mom's signature to enroll himself into sailor school.
Oh,
So he ended up boarding a ship and going to South America and Japan for studies.
that's cool.
When he, right? Like, I was like, I mean, bad, don't forge your parents' signature, but
Yeah, that part's not.
but he made a good choice as to what he was forging his mom's signature to. I mean, that's a
Yeah, at
hell of a
least it
thing to
was
go to.
for education and something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When he returned, his criminal career started, like most do, with small petty crimes. One of his more notable first crimes was in 1965 when him and two friends broke into Swedish Prime Minister Taj Erlander's greenhouse, and they stole cucumbers, tomatoes, and grapes before being
Oh.
chased off by the gardener.
Oh, okay. Wonder what made them
Yeah.
steal those things. It
I don't
seems
know.
random to steal vegetables.
Yeah, it's a hell of a first crime. You finally
Yeah.
make it into the prime minister's property and you decide to steal from the garden.
Yeah, because that's not, you're not going to make any money off of that unless it was simply because they were hungry. I don't know.
So his next crime escalated quickly to murder, but he did not pull the trigger. Clark and a friend
Hmm.
named Gunnar Norgren broke into a bike shop before they could escape. Officer Ragnar Sandahl arrived and was shot dead by Gunnar. He would spend the next few years in Kumla prison before he would escape in 1969. And you'll see there's a pattern of escapes here for Clark.
Oh, okay.
When he escaped, he somehow got a fake passport and traveled to the Canary Islands and then to Germany before he was caught and sent back to Sweden. Yep. While serving his time in Kalmar prison is when he would meet Yame Olsen. Like Clark, Yame's criminal career started with petty crimes. He became known for his safe-cracking, burglary, and grand larceny, which is what landed him in jail where he meets Clark.
Okay.
Yane, I'll tell you why I struggle with his name. It is spelled Janne, but because the Swedish is pronounced Yane.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm probably still not pronouncing it right. So that's how I keep struggling with the name. Yanni was known to be a little more quiet and kept a low profile, while Clark was known to be more flashy and a more infamous figure in the media. He also was intrigued by his legendary bank robberies, and these aspects were what attracted Yanni to Clark. While these two were cellmates together, they became pretty close. And in January 1973, Yanni was granted a temporary furlough. While out of prison, he got dynamite and smuggled it into the prison.
What?
Yeah. He then waited outside in a getaway car for Clark to detonate the explosives and escape. He failed to properly set off the explosives, so it was a failed prison escape.
Where's the security in this prison?
I don't know. Yane goes back to prison for a few months, but is furloughed again for good behavior in August of 1973. And it was August 23rd, which I don't know what the date will be when this comes out, but it'll be close to that. It was August 23rd, 1973. Yeah. When Yane and it'll be
so
the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it'll almost be the anniversary of this.
Yeah.
Yane entered Kreditbanken at Norrmalmstorg Square in Stockholm, Sweden.
Nailed
it. That morning, he wore a women's curly wig, blue tinted sunglasses, a dyed black mustache, and blushed cheeks.
Why is it a woman's wig and a mustache?
Yep. And sunglasses and
blushed cheeks.
rouged cheeks. Yep.
So what's he going for here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Unrecognizable, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
When he entered the building, he pulled out a submachine gun out from under a folded jacket that he carried. He fired a few rounds into the ceiling, and in an American accent, he shouted, "The party has just begun."
Of course he would choose American.
He believed that the police would respond differently if he was seen as an American, like a terrorist attack. He was hoping they were going to see it as like an outside attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He right away took 4 employees back to the vault, 1 man and 3 women. This is when he demanded 3 million Swedish kroner, which is about $710,000 in US dollars in 1973. He demanded a getaway car, specifically a blue Ford Mustang with a full tank of gas. And I know, so specific.
Yeah.
And he demanded that Clark be released from prison and delivered to the bank vault.
Okay.
When police arrived, negotiations started. In the heat of things escalating, initially 2 officers were wounded. One was shot in the hand and the other was shot in the arm and the face. But like I said, there was no murders or death in this case.
Okay.
Yane even called the Prime Minister Olof Palme for his demands, but during this hostage situation, he displayed both terrifying behavior of angry outbursts and also showed kindness to the captives. Elizabeth Oldgren was inside the vault with everyone when she told him she was claustrophobic. So he tied a 30-foot rope to her and let her walk around outside of the vault in the bank.
On a leash?
Yep, pretty much. But that was, that was so kind of him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Emmark was another victim that shivered, so he gave her his wool jacket and a bullet as a souvenir. When he threatened to shoot captive Sven Sofstrom in the leg to get police to get back, Sven stated he was glad that he only threatened to shoot him in the leg and not the head.
Okay, I mean, you're still being threatened to be shot, but if that's how you want to justify it, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, one of Yane's biggest demands was for Clark to be brought to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the government thought that that would be a good idea to see if Clark could get Yane to surrender. Well, Clark went in and joined the robbery and the hostage situation for the next 6 days.
I was gonna say he's probably in on it. He's not gonna get him to surrender.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, since they were demanding that, why they would just let him go in.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. While Clark was in there, he used his charm, his calm demeanor, and the way that he came off as a protective person to the hostages to get everybody on his side.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen and Mark even called the Prime Minister to tell him she trusted Clark more and was afraid that the cops would kill them during the apprehension of the robbers.
Trusted Clark more than the police.
Yeah, more than the
Okay.
police, because they were saying they were afraid that the police were going to come in and kill everybody trying to get the robbers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. After 6 days of the hostage situation, the police entered the bank on August 28th. They drilled holes in the ceiling and pumped it full of tear gas. Police demanded everyone to get out, and they watched as the hostages hugged and kissed Clark and Yane goodbye after they first refused to leave, believing that the police would execute the men. Both men surrendered as well with the hostages.
Okay, so they surrendered.
Yep, they surrendered as well because it was full of tear gas, and that was that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Now on to the trials. And guess what? None of them hostages wanted to testify against either one of the men.
That's crazy.
They were buddies now. They were friends. Like, it took only 6 days to get these people to be like, they're good people. They don't need to go away for life. I'm not testifying.
Mm-hmm.
They're good people.
Meanwhile, they have you at gunpoint, locked in a vault.
Yep, for
Trying to
days.
steal money. Mm-hmm.
Yep, not letting you go home to your family. Yeah, they're good people.
Yeah. Like, what were they eating? Were they allowed to go to the bathroom?
I didn't. Well, I mean, it had to have a bathroom in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what they were eating and stuff. I didn't look that one up.
Maybe there was a vending machine.
That's what I was thinking, maybe a vending machine.
Mm-hmm.
So no one to testify. They even helped raise funds for the men's legal expenses. Psychiatrist Niles Bedrot coined the term Norrmalmstorg syndrome. This was what he called the psychological defense mechanism when hostages form an emotional connection with their captors. This is later renamed Stockholm Syndrome, which is what we know today.
Yeah.
So when Clark went to trial at first, he was being charged with complicity, but the charges were overturned after appealing because he said he was simply acting to protect the hostages with the silent consent of authorities. So he had no repercussions for his part in the robbery, but I'll go over the rest of his criminal career then, because he does not stop there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yane, on the other hand, was charged with armed robbery, kidnapping, and attempted murder, and was sentenced to 10 years. While he was in prison, he received a lot of fan mail from women that were swooning over him. But surprisingly, God, women and their criminals. He was such a nice man, just such a nice man to those women in that bank. Gotta swoon.
I mean, I guess if the victims are saying that, people might believe it.
Yeah, and that's what I picture is women being like, "Oh my God, like how hot a bank robber who's nice."
Yeah, I guess. Some women
Yep.
like that bad boy facade.
Yep, even back then.
Mm-hmm.
So he received a lot of fan mail, but surprisingly, when he was released in the early 1980s, he never committed another crime.
Interesting.
He got married and had a son. Him and his family moved to Thailand, where they opened and operated a supermarket for 15 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They then returned to Sweden, where he opened an auto repair shop in Helsingborg. He released a book of his side of the story of the bank robbery called The Stockholm Syndrome in 2009. And then he has been living out the rest of his life in retirement now.
That's crazy. He just completely changed his character.
Yep. Just, yeah. Petty crimes and like had the balls to go in and rob it. I mean, that takes big old huevos, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It does.
so big old cojones over there because you best believe I wouldn't do so. I'm nervous just to go in and deposit.
I know.
So, let alone
Anytime I
rob
leave
the
the
damn.
store, I'm like, is there anything in my hands? Am I stealing something?
You're right. Yes. Let alone going and rob the place.
Mhm.
So, to completely turn his life around and just become a good person. Well,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know if he's a good person, but like a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
That's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah. All right. So back to Clark. In 1975, he escaped Norrköping prison. He traveled to Copenhagen, where he robbed a bank with two handguns. He took the money he got and traveled to Meslier, where he lived a lavish lifestyle on the French Riviera until he was recaptured again.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He was living the life, living large.
Hmm.
While he was back in prison by the early 1980s, he had earned himself a journalism degree from Stockholm University. After being released in 1983, he decided to go to Belgium, where it didn't take him long to switch from bank robber to international drug trafficker.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Jeez.
But that didn't last long because in 1984 he was arrested in Belgium for trying to smuggle 25 kilos of amphetamines into Sweden.
Oh, so I guess he wasn't very good at it.
No, I mean, I don't know how many he actually successfully did, but it
Yeah.
only takes one.
Yeah.
He was sentenced to 10 years for that crime. After he got out, he was arrested again. He wasn't arrested again until 1998. He was found in Tenerife, Spain. Tenerife, Spain, um, by Interpol, where he was an international narcotics ringleader at the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He was extradited back to Denmark for smuggling 49 kilos of amphetamines.
Dang.
He is sentenced to 14 years, which at the time was the harshest drug penalty of Danish history. And while doing all of this drug smuggling and him in and out of prison, he found time to also legally change his name to Daniel de Munck and become a citizen of Belgium. Yeah. He served his time in Denmark and then served some time in Sweden. He was finally transferred in 2018 to Belgium to serve out his final sentencing. At this time, he is no longer committing active crimes and is just doing his time. Well, at the time, he was just doing his time. Netflix released a mini series called Clark on May 5th, 2022, based on Clark Olofsson.
Oh, nice.
So I haven't watched it yet, but I might check it out. It's a comedy. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think it has some comedy to it, if I read that right when I was looking it up. Clark would pass away from a long-term sickness on June 24th, 2025. So not that long ago. Yeah. At the age of 78.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that is the story of the first situation that brought upon the Stockholm Syndrome, and a little bit about Clark and Yane.
Yeah, I honestly never looked into that case.
I didn't know about it. Steph is the
Yeah.
one that suggested it. So
I mean, I've heard of it. Like, I've heard of Stockholm Syndrome, and I knew it came from a real situation, but I thought it was like someone kidnapped someone, and that's how it came
yeah,
about. I didn't realize it was like a hostage with multiple people.
yeah, yep, it was, and they all they got on their side enough that they wouldn't even testify.
Yeah. Unless I'm thinking of another case that does exist where it was like a man kidnapped a woman and she developed it. But maybe I'm just making that up.
Well, I mentioned the Patty Hearst case. She gets kidnapped,
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
but yeah, maybe. But yeah, I didn't know about this like original. I didn't know the syndrome came from a case. Actually, I didn't.
No. Yeah, I knew
Like,
that part, but I didn't know the details of the case, clearly.
yeah. Well, me either. So, but yeah, maybe check out that Netflix series. Let us know
Yeah.
if you guys have any suggestions on crimes that don't involve murder all the time. I think it's kind of interesting sometimes
Yeah.
to cover something a little different.
Hmm. Yeah. Or something, that's not a missing person too,
Yeah, missing or disappeared or
different
anything
realm of
like
crime.
that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, different kind of crime.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and check us out on all of our other socials.
Please subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Hit the bell to be notified of future uploads and keep lurking around for our next video. Bye.
Bye.